First of all, we got to ride on Colin Sexton. The man's out here yelling at Jared Allen. I don't like that. All right, nobody yells at the fro.
Yeah, well, Colin yells at everyone, so.
Well, he should learn his place.
He's
right?
the most intense player in the league.
He should learn his. He's more intense than Russell Westbrook.
Yes.
Than Russell Westbrook.
Yes.
I don't know, man.
Because Russell Westbrook still has fun when he plays. I don't think I've ever seen a highlight of Colin Sexton having fun. Like those, bro. They literally were like, "There's no music or anything," and Westbrook is just dancing. They're like, he's been dancing for the past like 2 minutes just with no music, just chilling. Like, you've never seen a video of Colin Sexton having fun. It's always him just like aggressively staring off ball at someone. Like,
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion, like a champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I'm so cold-blooded. I fear nobody, I fear nobody. I walk like a champion.
what's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 77 of a Saratobi Sports Pod. It's me, John, and we are back in Regrown Recordings.
Yay!
So we're back to sounding velvety to bless your eardrums.
I always love the little.
So ever since you pointed it out,
Yeah, you can't unhear it.
can't unhear it now.
So I have my guys with me. To my right, the Deacon of Demon Time, Mr. Worldwide West.
Yes, because everywhere I go, I leave a worldwide mess in the building. How y'all feeling?
But everywhere he was nowhere, because stop traveling. We're in a pandemic.
Yes, wear a mask, please.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, that shit bad.
Yeah, stop traveling, Matt. No.
Hey, that was for work. Okay.
JT.
And you hear him to my left, just a friend, Justin Thomas.
Yo, what's going on? Nematodes are people too.
And as you heard, back from doing big producer things.
Back stateside.
He is, back stateside. He's, the best sound man of the game. Saratobi sound man himself, Mr. Matt Barba.
Good to be back.
Saratobi did with Bush couldn't. We brought the troops home.
Wow.
Except in this case, it's our sound man, and he was just in South America and
I mean-
not going for the oil.
I mean, he was just out there enjoying the blow and prostitutes,
Yes,
right?
and the gabagool.
Sometimes both at once.
Sometimes both at once. Yeah.
Yes.
Talk
The
about
blow
wild,
from the prostitutes.
talk about
tell
wild
her.
studio
Did
sessions.
you say the gabagool?
The gabagool.
They got gabagool down in South America, man?
He is the gabagool.
Oh, okay.
gabagool.
Okay,
Hey.
gotcha.
Yeah, he's giving them cured
Bringing
meats.
the gabagool.
Providing the cure.
Providing the cured meats.
I was like, hey, you want a piece of my smoked salami? I was like, oh gosh.
Let's get tropical.
Dick's length snow.
That's right.
Dick length blow.
Hey,
Yeah.
Oh.
Blow. That's
Lord.
a
we're rolling, guys.
fact. Chopped up.
Back like we never left.
Just tell me, Justin. Longer.
A little bit longer. All right, there we go. There we go.
Oh,
Oh, just bring it in a little bit more.
like this much?
Oh,
Or is it?
It's a crazy straw.
It's bendy. It's expendable.
It's like one of those slap bracelets.
Oh God.
it's just a slinky. Oh, not the slap. Imagine you could do that.
That's nasty.
you can't.
Oh, wow.
Not around my wrist. You just wear it as a watch. You remember that? Wasn't that like an old
Dick
school-
o'clock.
Yeah, it wasn't like an old school joke where
Oh,
somebody's
wow.
like, "Oh, what time is it?" And they have
yeah.
like their dick over their wrist, pretending to be a watch.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
What kind of people do you hang around, Justin?
No, it does not pee. I saw it on a TV show.
Oh.
What?
Oh, what's
Oh, you know what it was? It was
Family Guy?
remember the
It was called Reality Kings.
remember the the comedic actor Nick Swartzen?
Yeah.
He had a sketch comedy for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
on-
His show was fucking wild.
Yeah, and one of the skits was that he was at the bar like trying to get people to fall for like that. Like, hey, what time is it?
Dick
Dick
o'clock.
My penis.
Half past cock.
Wow.
Half past sexual assault.
Basically, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, not the sexual assault.
4 o'clock. Yeah, that's
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock is.
For a cock.
Yeah, y'all are gross. But I missed y'all though. I did miss y'all.
Facts. I
know.
miss you guys too.
Yeah.
Listen, the first experience of being back outside, it was like, oh my god, people.
Yeah.
There's other people to talk to instead of the voices in my head.
He was like, people, and then JT made a dick joke, and he was like, no.
Nigga John was out here on his Randy Orton flow, hearing voices in his head. Jesus Christ.
Bro.
That's right.
Oh man, shout out to Doom Patrol.
Yes, it's a fact. And now here we are, John off of COVID reserve, and now we just raw dog in the air.
Basically, yeah. It's my favorite term about no mask.
Yeah.
Raw dog in the air.
Raw dog in the air and no mask, just vibes. That's it. That's top tier.
Hey man, I can't get it or transmit it for the next 3 months, so we live.
Hear that? John took that.
John ain't wearing a condom either.
Yeah.
That's right.
Damn right. We're
John
gonna be
gonna
raw
take-
dogging your eardrums here.
Niggas out here on the blue chew, but with his nostrils.
Y'all are gross.
Yes,
That's
we
definitely the title of this episode, Raw Dogging Your Eardrums.
Raw dog in your eardrums. And my barber's calling me. I don't know what for. Oh wow. Yep, that's a fact.
are. Why is your barber calling you?
I have no idea. I don't have a
Hit
haircut
that
or
blasphemous
anything.
button, John.
Yeah, nice. Hey,
Hey!
hey. See, and that's
Matt full of surprises, man.
Yeah. Yes. Can't stop. Won't stop. Yes. Yes.
Pure, unadulterated jokes.
That's it.
Yeah, I love it. He gots to love it.
You know, there's so much to love, bro. There's so much to love.
You know what you should be loving?
Missed you
What
guys.
should I be loving?
You should be loving the way one Julius Randle was playing basketball right now for the New York Knickerbockers.
Yeah.
You mean All-Star Julius Randle?
He
Well,
should.
hold on now.
I mean,
Oh,
hey,
hold on now.
Hold on, Big Daddy.
Because
Hold on,
what is
Big
it?
Daddy.
We're
Hey, yeah.
coming up onto the end of fan voting for the All Stars. Obviously, Julius Randle will not make
The fan
fan vote because I mean, yeah,
He's on the Knicks.
Unless
we stuffed the ballot box. Stop the count.
I'm gonna say-
Stop the count.
Hey man, I heard Cuomo was fudging some numbers. He might have to fudge some more.
Where are all the ballots at?
all I'm gonna say is that Cuomo needs to deliver a national, not a national address, an address to the people of New York on News 12 to vote for Julius Randle.
Not
for
News
the
12. Not it only being on Optimum.
Nah, they're gonna get the New York one.
New York one, real life. In his next briefing, he has to brief everybody and say, "Yo, we gotta vote for Julius Randle."
Dude, I don't know if you guys heard about the MTA project they've been doing where they have like New York celebrities making the subway announcements now.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
now Cuomo's gonna do that, and it's just gonna be vote for Julius Randle.
Oh, yeah,
That's
you know
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Steve Nash is on one of them.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, Nets head coach Steve Nash is on.
Dude, they got
right.
Jadakiss, Jerry. If I was on the train and I heard Jadakiss, bro, that would be joke. Exactly.
Make sure I wear a mask. Next stop, Onyx.
Yeah, but real life though, yeah, man, it's nice seeing, it's first time in 183 games that a Knick has dropped over 40 points. Yo, the one thing I can't take away from this team is that one, I think we got a coach. I think that's like the biggest takeaway from all of this. But on top of that, the team is watchable now. Like,
No, they are.
I've been watching more Knicks games probably this year than I have maybe in the past like 3-4
This is
years.
the least
combined.
amount of Knicks games I've watched.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
This is probably the best Knicks team that has come in since the teams with Melo. And that's just, it's not even just an opinion at this point. Anybody that has watched the past few Knicks teams is like, you can see it. Dudes like freaking, well, obviously Dennis Smith Jr. got traded in D Rose trade.
I was gonna say, how's Derrick Rose been?
I mean,
Just regular.
he's just
Doing what he does.
yeah. I honestly didn't know how it was gonna work with him and quickly, but Austin Rivers basically has been out of the rotation. So I mean, that's just
He's someone else who apparently is on the trade block.
I
He
mean,
just signed it. Was it 3 years for
yeah,
the Knicks?
yeah, but they didn't expect to trade for Derrick Rose, so I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But I don't think they'll trade him
They
yet.
didn't expect to trade Derrick Rose. You know who the coach is? Derrick Rose was getting here some way or another.
Right. And Taj Gibson too. You know what I'm saying? It was just a matter of time. But nah, playing well, bro. Just on a 3-game winning streak. I expect to go on a 3-game losing streak in the next week, and then we're just gonna, repeat this cycle until playoff time comes. So
Hey man, y'all are the 6th seed right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if you guys finish at 6. To be honest,
listen, I would take that. That would supersede my expectations. Everything is kind of like going decently. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that a lot of people are talking about is either trading for Bradley Beal or trading for Zach LaVine, 2 players that I feel like are great. But the problem is, no, we can't. We can't trade for them because it's gonna involve people who I don't want to trade right now. One of them being RJ Barrett. And oh man, I don't want to say it because I hate going back on my word, but I don't want to trade Julius, man. I don't.
Oh no, don't
Gasp.
do that.
I don't.
Don't make the mistake the Yankees did.
Oh no, I don't want to. He's playing the best basketball of his career right now.
Yeah, so high.
I know.
Is Julius the future after you spent the number 9 pick on a power forward?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think they
Don't get me wrong,
banked on.
Julius isn't old.
Yeah, he's not
But-
old. He's 26. I don't think that they thought Julius was going to put up as good numbers as he was going to this year.
I feel like, well, generally Julius is always good for 18 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
So him upping his numbers, and then also you're getting almost 6 assists a game.
Yeah, but he's been consistent though.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
That is the key is that
And
he's
you
been
can't even say
consistent.
it's you can't even be like, oh, it's inflated numbers on a bad team, because the Knicks are not a bad team.
Right.
If you beat the Knicks, that's a quality win.
I believe so, and that's not even just biased. Look at the
Yeah,
numbers.
that's-
We're one of the best defensive teams in the entire league right now. And on top of that is that the Knicks, even though we have a lot of people that make plays like RJ's mid range is like that now. He's been improved tremendously quickly coming off the bench. I love it.
Maple Mambas.
Yep, Maple. Who? But nah, real life. He's the playmaker. Like he's the catalyst of it all. I think without Julius on the team, it kind of blows up. But at the same time, listen, if we can find a way to get Levine or Beal here without having to mortgage our future, then in all honesty,
think,
I'm cool with it.
I don't think you would be able to get Beal because of how the money works without giving some of those players. Levine is a possibility because you definitely have to give up Julius Randle, which I still think I just don't think he's the future for the Knicks, especially after drafting Obi. And you never know, having those minutes open up, having the ball open up, Obi can really take off. We don't know, but I think that what you're saying there definitely makes sense for the Bulls because you can fit Julius next to Kobe White.
Yep.
And Laurie. So I feel like that one could possibly work, and I don't think Levine's contract is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he's a free agent after next season. That's another reason why. If we were to trade for him, I could see him definitely. I could see Levine getting traded. Maybe not this season, but I could definitely see him getting traded next season if the Bulls aren't a good team. You know what I'm saying? And who knows what the fuck they got going over there with Billy Donovan and all them niggas. But, if we ended up trading for Levine and all we ended up having to give up was Randall and maybe some picks.
Probably the Mavs pick.
Right, exactly. I could live with that. More or less because Levine he has superstar potential. Like I gotta be realistic with Julius. He's not ever gonna be a superstar. He's an all-star at best, but he's a great complementary piece on a team that can win games. You know what I'm saying? And more importantly, I just love the way that this team is coached. They're just in every game because they play defense. And now y'all gonna be like, oh well, they give up 100 something points a game. They do this, they do that. No. The key to being a good defensive team, making other teams use up the shot clock, force them into bad shots. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna make
work
tough shots
for their buckets.
That's it.
Stars are gonna score regardless. It's about we talk about that, about what being a good defender in the league means.
That's a
it's not
fact.
about stopping stars, it's about making them have to work and slowing them down.
Indeed.
And that leads into the question JT brought up. Is Julius Randle an all-star?
Man, oh man.
I think he should be an all-star reserve.
So his numbers say he should be an all-star.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm just thinking of all the guys. So we already know what the starting five will probably be in the East, right?
Right. More or less.
More or less, it'll probably be KD, Kyrie, Harden, Giannis, and Embiid. All right. So then you got 7 other spots, right? So you figure Bradley Beal will be even if you flip Bradley Beal and James Harden at the shooting guard position, right?
Yeah.
All right, Beal is the lock.
That's the top 6.
That's the top 6, right? So then I'm thinking of Julius Randle's position, right? Tobias Harris has been playing I would say he is the second best player on the Sixers, and
Tobias should be an all-star.
he should be an all-star.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown
should be an
That's another
all-star.
front court slot.
Jason Tatum, another front court spot, right? So that's
Do we have Tatum listed as a front court? Or is he a two?
he's a small forward because they play smart at the 2 when
Okay.
he's healthy. Yeah. So you have that, right? So that's already 9 spots now. We filled up. All right.
Sabonis.
Domantas Sabonis.
Sabonis.
Yeah.
Right. So that's 10. Now we go back down. I think Van Vliet might have a case for an all-star as a reserve, as a guard.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler might. Bam Adebayo. because I would say he's been there, but he's the only thing that kept him from not having only 2 wins when Jimmy Butler was out. So I don't,
I'll tell you what though,
who's he taking?
Bam's averaging 19 and 9 and 5, while Julius Randle is averaging 23, 10 and 6, and the team has a better record.
This is true.
And that's my whole thing when it comes down to it is we'll see what happens when they actually pick the All-Star reserves, but right now the Knicks they're not a contender obviously, but they're way better than what I thought, what a lot of fans thought. They're way more competitive. They're in every single game, and he's the centerpiece of all of that.
Yeah.
So is he playing like an All-Star? Going over what Justin said, yeah. But do I think he should be an All-Star this year? I still say yeah. I don't see why. I get it, the dudes that have been All-Stars, the Lowrys of the world, the Siakams,
Chris Middleton, I forgot.
The Middletons, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, in my heart, I feel like Julius is gonna get snubbed. But I just don't see why this year. It's different when you're doing 22, 10, and 6, like what John's saying, on a bad team.
Yeah.
But when you do it on a team that's actually winning games and a team that's competitive, I just don't see why. This is the same exact reason why Devin Booker in prior years had not been an All-Star. You know what I'm saying?
This is also the reason why Brandon Ingram was an All-Star last year.
Right, exactly.
Oh yeah, I forgot Vucevic too. Sorry,
Vucevic.
I don't think Vucevic makes it. I don't think Magic record.
Because you said they had the same points and assists.
They have the same points and rebounds. He has less assists, and the Magic are worse.
What'll be interesting is to see if Trae Young makes it.
I was just thinking that
because if you look at it,
he's had a pretty very, not to say mid year, but it's not a.
I don't think he's
It's not an All-Star
I feel like
year
he's been
so far.
consistently putting together good numbers, but he hasn't had as many wow games as people expected, and also because the team is playing for something.
There's games where he hasn't shot a 3-pointer.
Yeah, no, but he's still scoring. Yeah. He's averaging 26, 4 rebounds and 9 assists.
That's All-Star. 24 and 9 is All-Star guard material.
Yeah, but the problem
and he's entertaining.
The problem is that when you got it's kind of like how the West used to be. When you got the front loaded with superstars,
the Westbrooks, and then you get the Mike Conleys that
because you got to think last year Trae Young, no brainer. Last year Sabonis, no brainer. Last year Bradley Beal, no brainer. But no Kyrie, no James Harden,
no KD. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's you think about it a lot different. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris Middleton, no brainer last year. Is Chris Middleton an All-Star this year? It's really tough to say, but
I don't think he's been performing at the level he was last year. But
All-Star level, but the Bucks are still the
second
second
best team in the East.
Second best team in the East. And I will say this:
he's averaging 26 and 6.
That's
All-Star reserve
on the second best team.
On a second best team, that's still really
and
good.
And he's guarding the most likely one of the best, if not the best player.
Yep.
So I don't know. You can only pick 12 spots, and
we already got 7.
Yeah, we got 8 locks. I say it because you got Embiid, that's a lock. The first 5, the first six
is locked.
That we said is a lock. Jaylen Brown, I think, is a lock.
Mm-hmm. Tatum.
I feel like
Tatum's averaging 27, 7, and 5.
Jason Tatum is a lock.
Yeah.
That's 9. 8. That's 8. Because
Brown and Tatum.
Brown and Tatum. Yeah, that's 8. That's a lock. So everything past that, I feel like will be determined by record. The NBA is gonna want Trae Young in the All-Star game. That's what I feel like, and I feel like Trae Young will.
I honestly see. I said it when we were kind of having this conversation. I could see Randle being the alternate, the reserve.
I can see it.
Not the All-Star.
I think that's the beauty of the reserves, is that they're voted on by the coaches.
That's what I really hope he gets it, because they deserve it, and the Knicks are playing great. But yeah, like you said, they're gonna want Trae Young in the All-Star game, and he's putting up numbers that are deserved for it. I think Bam's gonna get snubbed because the Heat are just not good.
Right.
I'm not gonna say they're not good. They've had to deal with a lot this season.
They've had to deal with a lot.
Yeah, same thing with Vooch, but I just don't think his numbers. If the record was, if they were a 6 seed, we would be having a different conversation.
Yeah. So you said he was 26 and 24.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the same. It's 23. I'm gonna double check right now, but it's 23, 11, and 3.
Yeah.
And it's literally Julius Randle has the same points, same assists, but he's averaging almost 6. I mean, same rebounds, but he's averaging almost 6
It's
assists.
kind of like way back, maybe like 06, 07. This was like when.
Oh, also Zach LaVine.
Yeah, Zach LaVine is another
totally
one. Yeah,
forgot. And he's averaging what, 28?
28, 5, and 5.
Yeah,
it's all-star
dog.
numbers.
Yeah.
And they're right there. They're
And they
literally
have
the ninth seed.
And they have a better record than Atlanta.
This been probably one of
It's
the
only
better.
one game, but-
it's probably been one of the better years in the East in terms of
Well,
talent.
I mean, because
Talent,
you
yes.
bring 3 superstars. Well, not 3 superstars, but two
Yes.
two superstars that thrived in the Western Conference are now in the Eastern Conference. So now it's like, whereas before it's like those two
And they
spots.
weren't traded for another superstar.
Well, right, exactly. Those 2 spots, while it was like, maybe the dudes that were on a growing team like last year, Sabonis was an all-star. Not saying he didn't deserve it, but
Yeah.
he's not a household name. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Unless you know basketball.
Casuals.
right, casuals. But yeah, like those last 2 spots are going to be like on teams that are really good, players that are really good. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's gonna be tough in the Eastern Conference. Yeah.
He does. I will say, even I've enjoyed watching the Knicks play this year, even as a Nets fan. You know,
Thank you, Justin.
And
I appreciate.
It's an
that.
enjoyable brand of basketball, and they always hit the except for last night.
I feel
That
like
was
if
a
you- I feel like if-
rare hit on the over, but most of the time Knicks are always a lock for the under.
I feel like if you like basketball, you like watching Tibbs teams.
I like watching them on defense. Sometimes the offense gets a little bit.
when they
Tibbs
get
teams, when they have a
when-
star, they're
when they get in those dry spells,
Oh,
I'm
it's
good.
rough.
Like, did you see that? You saw the game last night?
Yeah.
It was a when they opened the third quarter. I'm just like, God damn it! Like y'all can they couldn't buy a basket.
Don't talk to me about their quarter stock.
But yeah,
I was gonna say the first quarter I was like 39 points. They
39,
dropped.
39 points.
I'm like, all right, okay, we're here, and then I'm like, wait, how do we only have
law of
like,
averages.
How do we only have like 50 something at halftime? What's
Yep.
going on here?
You know what I'm saying?
Law
But
of
yeah.
averages.
But no, he deserves it. It'd be really, I think it would be great for the city of New York to have potentially 4 All-Stars. 3 from the Nets, 1 from the Knicks. And just it brings some
That
new life.
it's just so funny. Like we're talking about like this is the best year of basketball in New York in who knows how long, right?
Since
Ever it feels like.
2012
When both teams was in it.
when both
Yeah,
teams was
after
in
the
it.
Garnett trade.
Yeah.
But it's just so funny that this is happening with no fans. Because we all know how New York fans are.
Right.
So it's just so crazy that it's like this is the best year in almost 10 years for New York basketball, and no one can be in the Garden.
And there have been
the
some-
Garden is always
And
rocking.
there's been some really good games that the Knicks have played at home.
Yeah.
This Hawks game was a good one. The Magic game was a good one a few weeks ago.
Yep.
The Garden would have been, the roof would have been blown off on that Bucks win.
Yeah, the Bucks win for sure.
I mean, and then even going across the bridge with the Nets. I mean,
Yeah.
that first Warriors game,
As
the
soon
Bucks
as James
game,
Harden
the
got
Clippers
traded,
game.
dog.
Yeah, I'm about to say. But even early in the season when the Knicks beat the Jazz, that was a
Yep.
come from behind win when we were down in the third quarter of that game. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, New York is in a great spot. We in great hands. Hopefully the Knicks continue at least forming some level of consistency, at least growing with this core. Like I said earlier, I think we have a coach that you can see it. I hate this whole notion of an eye test, but you can see the team play from this year versus in previous years. You could just tell they're more invested, they're more competitive. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I have a question. Is Mitch Rob as untouchable as Knicks fans have spoken about
No,
in the past
no,
couple years?
absolutely not.
And I feel like that's a good thing for the Knicks.
yeah.
I feel like him not being as, because before this season, and it feels like everyone's like, oh, you go away from Mitch Rob, we don't want to put him in a trade package, da, da, da. But like now, I feel like him being more expendable is a good thing for you guys.
Yeah.
Because now that is someone, and him still being super young, that you can put in for a package even if you don't trade Julius.
Yep. Exactly. And I think that's the key.
Or that's someone that could be in a package instead of someone like RJ.
Right, exactly. And honestly, I'm just in favor of not trading any of the young dudes. Like I'm talking about the dudes that aren't really on
The
any
picks from the past couple years.
Exactly. Like that to me is what's untouchable. But if Mitch Robinson, you telling me if the Bulls offer me LaVine for a pick, Mitch Rob and Julius, that's a
You gotta take that.
That's a tough no. That would be that's a tough yes. But I mean, I would have to accept the trade.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm saying? Like I think I think their asking price for Levine would be a lot higher, and I think that for Beal it would be even more higher.
I think Beal's has to be higher because of the contract. I don't think Levine's is going to be super high, honestly. And I feel like the reason why it's not
Injury history?
no, it's because of Colby and the fact that he's only signed through next season.
I think so.
So next year, they're going to have less leverage. I feel like
Right.
so, and it's another thing. It's sell high, so. I mean, Zach Levine is having an all-star season like we're talking about.
And Levine is also like
He's young.
he's young. And he's played on the Tim's team before, I believe.
Bro, I saw this
On
picture.
Timberwolves.
I saw this picture, speaking of the Timberwolves, of Levine, and there was the picture of Karl Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins, Zach Levine, and Kevin Garnett, all in uniform for the Timberwolves. I was like, damn, and I wasn't even that long ago.
It wasn't,
That wasn't that long ago.
and it's just
2015?
Or, earlier than that, right? I thought it was like 2016, right?
I am unsure.
How did Jimmy end up over in Minnesota? He got traded in Minnesota, right?
Yes.
That's what that, and then
That was
got
when he
traded
didn't
for
want to get traded. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it was a Levine trade. And oh my god, fucking
menacing,
Timberwolves.
menacing.
Yeah.
We're easing off on Cat, but
Well, I mean, Cat hasn't been here.
hasn't-
Like,
he
he
hasn't
hasn't
yeah, no,
played-
I'm
he's only
saying,
played,
but
4
like,
games this
you
year.
know, that doesn't change the fact of multiple things of me saying empty stats and empty seasons because they weren't doing
Oh,
anything
yeah.
with it.
I'll give, you know what? I'll give him a pass for the. I'll give everybody. Not to say I give everybody a pass for this season because this is like one of the.
Yeah,
like,
it's just this season is.
This doesn't. This season,
yeah.
it's COVID season, makes no sense. Like,
Yeah, but also Andrew Wiggins didn't help.
yeah.
So
Let's
but
see.
Anyway,
Let's move on to the West.
yeah, I was gonna say
Conference
let's talk about these West All Stars.
now. All right. So
yeah.
based off of what I'm seeing, right? All right. So right now, the front court and back court would be LeBron, Jokic, Kawhi. Feel
Yeah.
like that's valid.
Yep.
You know how I feel about Kawhi.
I know. And then AD and Paul George on the outskirts of that. And then
All
right.
right
now it's Curry and Luka
Makes
leading
sense,
it, of
yeah.
course.
Yeah.
And then Lillard and Mitchell right out at Ram. I swear I wish Donovan Mitchell played in a bigger market. Wow. He's like his votes compared to these two guys are just significantly less.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy actually.
Yeah, but also like
But all right.
my thing about Donovan.
But then again,
is
you don't
I
have to be in a
think
big market because Portland's not a big market.
No, and Damian Lillard is just like that. And that's the thing. I don't think Donovan is like he's not putting up superstar numbers to make people like he's averaging 24, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
Which that's all-star numbers.
Yeah.
That's not superstar numbers.
Not superstar numbers, but because of their record, they're
He's
gonna
the best player on the best team in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I just don't-
But it's funny
but
because
it's-
I don't think
but
he's
it's
an
fan vote,
all star.
dog.
I don't think he's. I don't think. Sorry, not all star. I don't think he's should be in the MVP
He shouldn't
discussion either.
He's- Yeah.
But
There's too much of a team.
What's the
Yes.
name of their coach again? I always forget.
Quinn Snyder.
Quinn
Great
Snyder.
coach.
So I guess Quinn Snyder would be in the coach of the year conversation.
yes,
Yeah, absolutely.
So all right. Realistically speaking, now
I
just
feel
looking at
fine with those starters, except for I would rather have AD or Paul George than Kawhi.
I'd rather have Dame than Luka. Honestly,
I would like to have Dame and put
Well, no,
Luka in the front court.
well, are they
Honestly.
gonna, I would think it'd probably be AD, Braun, and Jokic. Because
Jokic and Braun
I feel
are
like
locked.
because
Here's
Jokic
a-
would be the center and AD power forward.
regardless of what's actually gonna go down with this, I don't think Anthony Davis plays in an All-Star game anyway because
Oh, yeah,
of whatever.
Yeah,
tendinosis.
Well,
he's
the
going
reason why
through.
Luka wasn't in the All Star game his rookie year was because Anthony Davis was hurt the whole time but didn't sit out the All Star game. So, yeah,
It's kind
All right, so
kind of
then-
crazy how that happens. All right, so then here's the locks for me. Ready?
Yeah.
I'll give
Yeah.
you the locks. Braun, Jokic, Kawhi, Davis, Paul George. Those are the,
starters.
no.
He just
locks.
said
Oh,
locks.
okay.
That's,
All right.
That's locks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Curry, Luka, Dame, locks. That's
Yep.
eight.
Yes.
Donovan, lock.
Donovan's a lock.
9.
Devin Booker, what do y'all think?
I'd say yes for this year.
The Suns are a high seed.
4 seed.
I gotta see what he's. Let's see what his numbers look
All right.
like. 20, 24, 3, and 4.
It's basically the same as Donovan.
Yeah,
So
for a reserve, yeah.
so that's 10.
I fucking wish CJ didn't get hurt, man.
Here's an interesting one.
I really wish CJ didn't get hurt.
Here's an interesting one.
Okay.
Yes. DeMar DeRozan.
Ooh. I know he's an important part of the Spurs this year.
6 seed, 16 and 11.
No,
What's he
he's not
averaging?
averaging the numbers.
What do you think?
25 and 7.
20,
Wait, 25 and 7?
25 and 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. 20. I don't know.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? I feel like that's. Yeah. I don't know. I think that should be enough.
Well, who else? We got
All
two
right,
more spots.
How many do we have?
We had
so
10.
We had 10. We had 10. What was it? All right. So outside of the 8 that I named, we said Devin Booker. Yes.
You said Booker, and then you said
I think that's 9.
nah. Who was the other one?
You have 5. So no, we did more than 5 because we didn't just do starters.
Yeah, you did 6.
We didn't just do starters.
No.
We did LeBron, Jokic, AD, Kawhi.
Paul George.
I think Paul George.
Yeah,
So that's 5.
Yeah.
Curry,
Then
Dame.
Dame, Luka. Donovan.
8.
Okay,
Donovan.
Book.
Book.
So that's 10.
Yeah.
That's 10.
You
So
got 10.
2 more?
2 more.
You can.
Do you put Ja? Because Ja's having a decent
Ja's
season. I
having
mean,
a
I know
good
he
season.
missed like 2 or 3 weeks with the ankle.
No,
What's he got?
he's averaging 18, 2, and 8.
Yeah.
That's not enough. And the team isn't good enough.
What about De'Aaron?
De'Aaron.
De'Aaron was balling this
He
year.
has been balling.
I would say if the Pelicans,
23, 3, and 7.
if the Pelicans were better, I would say either Zion.
They're putting Zion in the All-Star.
Zion
game.
is in the All-Star game.
think so?
Yes.
Yes. Are
Look,
you kidding?
he's averaging what, 20?
He's averaging 25, 6, and 3.
Lock.
And he's Zion.
Lock.
Bro, the league wants him to be the
They
star.
will tell the coaches to put
just
him
like
in the
Trey,
game.
just like Trey was getting in.
So we got
Zion-
one more.
so
we
one
got
more.
one spot left. So either De'Aaron.
You can make a good argument for DeMar.
You can make.
You can definitely make an
think
argument for
I think
DeMar.
DeMar has to get in there, yo.
I'll say De'Aaron or
Chris Paul's gonna get in.
De'Aaron or Chris Paul.
De'Aaron or Chris Paul. Damn, why make me choose?
I would
Chris-
say John
I
Wall, but
honestly-
John Wall's not doing
Chris
it.
Paul's
enough this year.
averaging. I would put Christian Wood over it if the
but
the
he's
Rockets
hurt,
aren't
yeah.
winning.
Yeah. But here's the thing with Chris
Chris Paul's
Paul,
averaging
right?
17, 5, and 8. He's the fucking leader of the Players Association. Oh, he got traded to the Suns. The Suns are
Are now a
Yeah.
playoff team. They're literally a top 4 seed.
That's what I'm saying. Chris Paul's gonna get that. He's gonna get that spot.
All right, so I guess
So that's
He's gonna get that last spot.
So that's stamped.
I think those last 2 are gonna be him and Zion.
all right. So let's see. All right, so we should mark this, and then we'll see.
Oh fuck!
in a few
Go Bear.
years.
Gobert.
Oh, Gobert.
Gobert has to get in.
Yeah.
So then take out De'Aaron, or no, take out
No,
Chris Paul.
De'Aaron was in it.
Now De'Aaron wasn't in there. So yeah, Chris Paul would
Take out
probably
Chris
be.
Yeah. I don't know. I could see as much as the league wants Zion, I could see Chris Paul getting the fucking
Just out
players,
of curiosity, how much is DeAndre Ayton averaging this year?
He's doing.
Because I feel like he has sneaky good numbers, and nobody talks
They
about it.
definitely are.
bro. 13 and 13.
Aw.
13 and I'll give you 14 and 12.
So
It's
he's
13.8
so
and
he
12.3.
averages what Gobert does, right?
Yeah, but they're not the number 1 team.
All right. And how many blocks a game does he get?
Hold on, let me double check Gobert's numbers. Gobert is 14 and 13.
14 and 13. All right. So similar points and rebounds. But I'm assuming he does better on the defensive end.
It's the wins for me though. It's the wins, bro. That's all that be mattering.
And that's on period, sis.
I mean, he's averaging 1 block a game.
Yeah,
All right.
it's not terrible, but it's.
But I mean, that's not number 1
it's
overall
not,
pick
I'm about to
numbers.
say, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Hey man, look, but what was it last year? Was he averaging like 20 and 14?
You mean after he came off the steroid thing and didn't play the whole season?
Damn.
Isn't it just so ironic that with a lot of how this COVID shit started and like the dumb shit that Gobert was doing, he was the first person to test positive for COVID, and now the Jazz are the 1 seed. It's just crazy how life goes full circle.
Kind of crazy how people were dead saying that. Oh yeah, the relationship between Donovan and Gobert
Yeah, you got to break it up.
was unfixable, and that they had to trade one
I
of
mean,
them.
I
and
would have
look at
liked
that.
one of them to be traded, just because if it was Rudy, I mean, but we wasn't gonna pay him all that though.
Yeah, they paid that man.
Oh boy.
With that, that is it for episode 77 of the Sarstobi Sports Pod. Thank you guys for listening. It is nice to be back in the studio with you guys.
It's wonderful, man.
It's great, and Matt being back, so we can actually sound nice again.
HD. It really makes a difference.
Oh, for sure. Road dog in your eardrums.
Yes.
Follow us at Saratobi Sports on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you go subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're listening, go watch. If you're watching, go listen. And yeah, if you guys can follow me at Offended Normal on Twitter. And pretty much it.
Wait,
Guys?
if they're watching, why would they go listen if they're already hearing the?
I said what I said.
Ooh, he said what he said
Okay.
though.
They're supporting.
Just curious.
They're supporting.
We like
We need to
support.
get those streams. Yep.
True.
You got
Yeah,
it.
you're right. We need that.
guys.
What about my leg, Charlie Murphy? All right. Well, y'all can follow me on the gram, worldwidewest_11. Yeah. For real, wear a mask. Shit's getting better, but we
still in a panoramic.
We still in a Panera. Black Lives Matter.
Yeah. What he said. We are definitely living in the middle of a Panasonic, so keep wearing that mask. And always remember that you can follow me on the Twitters at J_Thomas_24, and that Nima told your people too.
Also follow us on TikTok. And for next week, we did not forget about you guys. If you guys did see on Instagram, we was asking for some questions and topics that you guys want to hear us talk about. So we are going to do that next week. If you have any more, we'll probably make another post to keep it coming, or just hit any of us up on Instagram if there is any more topics. But we didn't forget about you guys. I was just deceased. So we are going to get back to it. And we will catch y'all next week.
On the third week, he rose again.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion, like a champion. I'm so cold.